today is 1 year exactly from when I received transplant. Now, it's 1 year from the date because the day was actually like 2 days ago when I received transplant last year. And it's just really crazy to see where God has taken us in these days, like following it. Alyssa had to pop in real quick because she was excited.
Yeah, I was fixing a trailer and I was waiting for her to come home.
It was when you got left alone too, remember? So
Was
no,
that
actually
night
no,
night?
that wasn't it. So this was the day I received transplant was actually like 4 days before we came home because I had one more day of treatment or 1 or 2 more days of treatment after transplant, but I wasn't able to come home for a few days because I had such like a I wouldn't say like an adverse, but I was having a ton of side effects. So my heart rate and my blood pressure, because of my central nervous system and the issues I have, was going crazy. And I wasn't stable enough to travel home because we were driving and yeah, Alyssa was here.
Oh my gosh.
She was redoing the trailer to make it like safe for when I got here, and her grandma stayed with her. And then she was supposed to have someone with her the whole time. Well, they all ended up going home, and it ended up taking us like 18 hours or something like that to drive home because of traffic. And then Josh got detoured.
Flowers waiting.
Yeah, she had like flowers and stuff waiting. So I'm gonna go and like pull as much of the video because I've been kind of seeing it every day, which is kind of funny because I've been like crying every day. It's hard.
Some of your stem cell, like this little ball. I think I have one of those in the trailer.
Yeah, I have some too.
It's
so
funny.
It's been like a really rough week to think of like all that we've been through and how blessed we are to be where we're at and to have my health being restored to where it's at right now.
You guys left from Red Robin.
I know.
We went to Red Robin.
we left the country from a Red Robin. Yeah. And I think, so I'm going to put the video together because I'll just say it now and then I'll do the video and share more of my heart about like my choices and the treatment and everything. But the biggest thing that I keep thinking about through this all is that I'm so grateful for the tremendous amount of faith that I had that God would use this treatment to heal me. And we had prayed for healing. We had believed that I would receive healing. And we were really out of options. And so I never knew like that mold could make you so sick. Like I had already had health problems, but being in mold and having it suppress my immune system like pretty much almost killed me. And that wasn't like all of my problem, but that's the reason why I was as sick as I was because of being in mold. And that's why I was having so many allergic reactions, is because my mast cells were reacting because I have mast cell disease, and being in mold was like my biggest trigger, and we couldn't understand why I was having so many anaphylactic reactions a day. I was pretty much allergic to the world. And that was my neighbor. He was just calling to see if I was ready to go out and start working on the truck. So you guys, we're just really blessed. This past month I had some really hard times. I struggled with depression, and it is hard to heal. Like my body's been through so much in the past year, and it's good things. Like I'm healing and going through a lot of things. But when I had pneumonia and bronchitis and the flu in September, it brought me back to like a really dark time when I was so sick because I have been doing so well. There is this little bit of fear, like what if I get that sick again? And okay, I have amazing doctors. We have treatment that's working. Although the conditions that I have are genetic and some of them are chronic, and we don't know if the treatment's gonna like eradicate them and heal me completely from them. But we do know that the treatments are working. and I'm doing better. So I had a very rough month this last October. Like, October was pretty much a blur of stress and depression. And I'll catch you guys up on all of that, because I posted like maybe one video in October, maybe, I don't know, maybe a couple videos in the very beginning, and then I just didn't post anything because I got hit hard. I had just like regular stress from, like, you know, stuff that happens in life. And then I had just this tremendous amount of everything that I was going through, and like I wasn't getting better, and that was the hardest part. Like, I wasn't able to like really recover completely from this like flu pneumonia type thing. Thank God there's a molecule I take, and I just like upped my dose, and it's helping tremendously, and I'm feeling so good. And that's pretty much like the breaking point in helping me get through that funk, because my immune system needed some help, and it's probably gonna need help forever, who knows, but that's okay, because we like know what to do to help it. But yeah, I'm slowly coming back, and the videos that I share are going to be kind of a compilation of like different things that have happened. And then I do have a video that I'm working on that is all about my stem cell transplant, and the before and the afters, and just sharing some hope for others who might be dealing with things that are not good, you know? Yeah. It's so hard for me to think, though, that it was pretty much 2 years ago or more when my doctors told me that I needed to just go ahead and start making end-of-life plans, because they had maxed out anything that they can do for me, and that I needed to start looking for clinical trials, because we weren't having luck with the treatments, and that at some point, if I had a mast cell reaction and the medications didn't work, that could just pretty much be it. And, you know, you would just die. You go into cardiac arrest, because you have anaphylaxis, you guys. So it's like an allergic reaction. But the thing is it's not like a normal person who has allergic reaction. Like some people, and I went to like an anaphylaxis support group, because this was so hard for me to understand, is like, most people who have an allergy to food, you just avoid that food. Well, I was having allergic reactions to everything. So my throat would just start swelling, and I would just start having an anaphylactic reaction to anything, to perfume, and I still can't be around chemicals. So like perfumes, chemicals, all of that, like it still messes me up. There are things I still have to avoid. Like, I'm not healed. Like, we understand my condition and we protect myself from those things. But because of like the diligence of like my family and them understanding and knowing, and like we have a safe environment, and then all of the treatments that I do, like we're able to calm down my mast cells and to strengthen my immune system to work for me and not against me, so it's not attacking my body like it was. But it's hard. So when I think back to the day that they told me that I stopped off at this place where I used to go hiking all the time, and when I started to get really sick, it didn't just happen overnight. It was like things just happened. And I think I should probably just stop here and then come back to it another time. But I just continued to get sick, and then sicker, and then sicker, and then sicker. I couldn't digest food. I couldn't hold food down. I couldn't keep food in. And then it went from that to having allergic reactions to everything I ate or drank. Even types of water, like different types of water. Yeah, it was horrible. So I'm gonna continue later and get this video together for you guys, because I really have wanted to put it together and share it with everyone. But it's hard to share healing when you're not healed. It's hard to share hope when you still have some shadows of doubt or fear. But then there's the reality that it's going to be okay, and that this is normal. It's normal to have uncertainty. It's normal to be afraid of situations that were traumatic. And it's normal to have a hard time putting words to it. And it's normal to not want to boast about the good. Like, I don't want to brag. I don't want to seem like that. And it's hard to open yourself up to judgment, because you share things like this, and then you may have people who don't believe in God who could say something, or people who are against stem cells research and stem cell treatments and therapies, and that could be another avenue. So if any of that is where you are, or against the things that I've done, like, I'm just asking to please hold back your comments, because I am fragile and I am just sharing what helped me and what worked for me. And it was my miracle. And I think everybody should have a chance at receiving their miracle. And I'm thankful to the women who donated after they gave birth to their children and decided that they would donate their cord blood and their placenta for research, and to donate the cells from it, because they donated. It changed my life, and it saved my life, and I have a new restoration of everything that I had lost. And I mean, it's crazy, but like, even yesterday when my neighbor was working on the truck with me, he was like, I mean, there's a lot, you guys, like with my memory, because of my nervous system, that I have a hard time with. And so, I mean, he was telling me, like, you know where this is? And I told him, I said, I don't want to sound ridiculous. I said, but I haven't touched a car in like over a year, and there's so much that I'm having to relearn. Like, I don't remember where things are on the car, on the engine. I've worked on cars time and time again, but I'm having to like relearn everything, and not even knowing simple things. It's crazy to me. But it's okay. So if you are someone who's been dealing with brain fog and like literally not remembering the easiest of things, like, just keep trying to relearn. That's what I'm doing right now. And my neighbor's like, yeah, you know, been through a lot. Like, it's understanding like why you don't remember this. And so like I can't remember how he put it. It was very gently, but he did say like, he could understand and see that I'm struggling and I'm trying to relearn everything. And I just told him like, thank you for being patient with me and for taking the time to help me learn, because I don't want to stop learning, and I don't want to give up trying. And that's pretty much what would happen, is I could get frustrated with the fact that I should already know these things and say, you know what, I'm not going to do it. But instead, I have a neighbor who's a retired mechanic who's been very patient with me, and who is helping to teach me again the things that I've already known. But it's like I've never known any of it before. So as much as that doesn't make sense, and I don't understand how I can like literally not know where things are on a car when I've known them forever. Like, I understand an engine, but I don't anymore. So I'm learning, and I feel like this is a pretty fun job to be learning with, because this water pump is like taking everything apart, and then when we do the thermostats, like we're gonna take apart. So right now we're taking apart the whole front end of the car and the whole front of the engine, and then once we do the water pump, we're gonna start taking apart the whole top of the engine. So this is a really great way to get myself familiar with the engine again, because I'm elbow deep, guys. Elbow deep. Actually, I'm like shoulder deep, because this is a huge engine. So yeah, but today is 1 year from transplant, and it's a blessed day, and we're so grateful to be where we're at. And I have no promises of how things will go, because evidently healing is hard, and it's an emotional journey, and it's something that doesn't need to have regulations on. I think every person's gonna heal differently, and when you go through it, you just roll with it. So if you're having a hard time, make the best of it, and just keep chugging along, and don't give up. Like, that's the thing, don't give up. Keep praying. If you are a praying person, stay positive and stay encouraged. And if you have things or people that are weighing you down, you have to make the choices in your life to navigate through that the best that you can, and to eliminate the things that are hindering you and things that are toxic, because you need the best environment you can for your family and for yourself to do good, and to do better, and to try harder, and to succeed in the little things, even if it's just making it through the day, or getting in the shower, or whatever it is. There's times I needed to make it through the minute, times I needed to make it through the hour, times I needed to make it through the day, the week, the month. Like, it does get easier, but I do remember those times, and it was just like, I just need to make it through this moment. I'm like, Lord, help me get through this hour. And now we're 1 year since transplant, and that's amazing. We're gonna get to working on the car. Okay guys, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you for watching. This video was recorded 2 months ago. See, I've got my broken wrist here. It was very hard to share this video. I have a really hard time sharing about my health and my journey, and I'm trying my hardest to be able to share more with you guys. I feel like it's a story that needs to be shared, and I really feel like for you guys to understand who I am and know more about me, you need to know more about my story. And this transplant and my health journey, even though I don't want it to be a part of what I talk about or who I am, I hope that it brings other people hope for their miracle, and give you guys some understanding into why I do so many things. Here's my cat again. Say hi, Rocky. Say hi, show me your pretty face. There you are. So hopefully it gives you guys some insight into my life, why I am so adamant about having a chemical-free home and using natural products, why I am a farmer, why I grow my own meat, why I want to sustain the majority of our food and provide food for our community, why I have a ministry that gives away 60% of what we grow, why I do so many different crafts and have so many different things that I'm interested in, like working on cars and making different things and learning everything. My life hasn't been normal when it comes to the things that you would be dealing with when you're in your 30s, or even in your 20s for that matter. When I had my daughter, I got really sick. I was 19. And so ever since then, things have kind of been an up and a down, and I've had my moments of greatness and I've had moments of tragedy. So if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. I know this cat's gonna try to knock my tripod over. Come here. I hope that you guys are blessed by it. I hope that, I hope it brings you hope. I hope that it brings you just this spirit of encouragement that if you're dealing with something and you don't have answers and you don't know what to do, or there isn't medicine or treatments that your doctors have available for you, maybe you'll be as crazy as I am and try things that you don't even know. Because when we went for transplant, although I had found some clinical trials where they were using stem cells and there was no evidence that stem cell transplant would help me. But through all of the research that I had done, nothing was going to fix broken genetics. And the only option that I could see working through all of my different knowledge that I have gained was, well, broken genetics can't fix broken genetics, because there is a treatment that they're doing at a local facility, a big hospital, big treatment hospital, where they treat a lot of people with rare disease. They're doing stem cell transplants on them, but they would take my stem cells and fractionate them, spin them, take them out, and then give them back to me. And the research that I have learned from other countries that were doing that, it just wouldn't work to be a long-term answer, or could develop other issues because of it. So I don't need any more issues. But that's it, guys. I am going to put this into that video, and it's going to be a long video, and I just hope that I hope this video gives you some perspective on my ups and downs when I don't post for a while. And if you guys need prayer, please comment and pray. There's an area where you can actually email me. I would love to pray for you. Please keep my family and myself in your prayers. Healing's hard, and being sick is hard, and dealing with things where you don't have answers is extremely hard. I'm so grateful that I have faith, that I've been able to pray. And if you don't, I just hope that you have hope, and that you don't give up, and that you find a way, and that you find your miracle, because I really truly believe in miracles, and I've received mine, and it gives me that much more validation that there are miracles out there. So I can say that. Before I would say it I know I'm gonna receive healing, and I'm please Lord, let me receive healing, let this be the truth. And now it's I'm not healed, but I am healing, and I'm doing so much better than I was doing last year. And I am over 100 pounds bigger and healthier than I was last year, which is crazy to me that I have literally doubled my weight now. I have, I doubled my weight, and that's crazy to me. I just stopped weighing myself, because once I got to a few pounds before doubling my weight, I don't want to know anymore. So I'm actually through some workout equipment. I've got this going on, but I was I would really like some workout equipment to my husband as my Christmas gift. Not for hey, let's get healthy for the holidays, but more so let's tone up this newfound weight into some usable muscle and strength for my healing body. So you guys, I think I'll actually just put this as a video maybe after the video. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's gonna get in there somehow. So guys, thank you so much. I am Rochelle from My Vintage Farm. I also have a channel, Rare Rachele, that I will be posting on, and that is where you'll find all of the information about health and home, and my stem cell journey, and my treatment journeys, and everything that we've had with our house. I'm working on some really good footage that I have taken over the past couple years and putting it together into some really thought out, usable material for you guys to learn from what we've gone through, and hopefully it'll help somebody else who is walking in shoes similar to ours. So you guys, God bless. Look at our beautiful tree. Look how pretty it is. It's fake. And I love it. It's so pretty. I don't know if it looks fake right here. Okay, yeah, it does look fake right there. But yeah. I'll see you guys soon. I'm just telling you guys, this is how I shop at Tractor Supply. They're the best around.
Who's the old fart pushing you?
This is Papa Tim.
I look like my brother there. It's like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. I guess I shouldn't be terrible,
Is that my Veronica? Oh, well, Tim's driving me crazy, literally.
but yeah, I'm very good at that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, I decided to give you guys a quick peek and a little fast forward through our healing journey. I'm in so much pain this morning, and I can't drink water, so I only took half a pain pill. I'm gonna wait to take the rest of my pain medicine until after my labs, because I'm supposed to fast. I have to fast for my labs. Not happy about that at all. And I don't know if it's the trip or what, but I'm in way more pain than normal. So, of course, this would be the day. I don't literally want to move. And I can't have coffee until after my stuff. So during treatment, there were a lot of downs and some ups. The whole time I didn't feel good, but I still was so hopeful knowing that healing was coming and the chance of having more mobility was on the way. In this picture, my liver was having a really hard time for about 2 days. And then here you see the next day, and I'm doing good. I'm laughing and I'm resting and I'm having reactions and resting some more. And then we're home. And this is the best part. This was probably about a month after I was home, and I can slowly see myself coming back to life, and it's so amazing. About 2 months home, we're going to a symphony date, and it was just so wonderful to have this time with my family. Little by little, you guys can see here, I'm doing better, and you can see it in my face, you can see it in my spirit, my color, and here's Christmas last year. So exciting.